The worst nightmare I ever faced started with a single piece of paper tacked to my gate. My name's Ethan Caldwell, and I run a grizzly bear sanctuary on 78 acres of rugged land my grandfather left me in the rolling hills of Willow Creek, Montana. This isn't a zoo, it's a last-chance haven for bears that can't survive in the wild. Right now, that's just one bear, Luna. A 600-pound force of nature with a love for huckleberries and a deep suspicion of anything walking upright. My job is to keep her safe and keep people safe from her two sides of the same coin. But in the spring of 2024, that coin got flipped, and I found myself staring down a fight I never wanted. The trouble began when I found that glossy flyer nailed to my gate, announcing the first annual Pine Hollow Community Picnic. The words were cheerful, promising burgers, sack races, and neighborly vibes. The problem? The flyer's photo showed my meadow, a pristine stretch of grass on my side of Willow Creek, part of my state-licensed, federally protected wildlife sanctuary. The surrounding Pine Hollow development manicured lawns and million-dollar homes had other ideas. Leading the charge was Vanessa Brooks, the HOA president, whose smile could appraise your soul like a tax assessor. She didn't see my land as a conservation trust. She saw it as a blight blocking her residents' scenic views. I yanked the flyer down, the nail leaving a splinter in the wood. A headache throbbed behind my eyes. This wasn't a mistake, it was a calculated move. I checked my property lines on the old county map. The black ink clear as day, everything east of Willow Creek, including that meadow, was mine. Always had been. I typed a notarized letter and dropped it at the HOA office. You're planning an event on my private land. Do not cross the creek. This is a wildlife habitat. The clerk slid it back like it was radioactive. I just work here, she muttered. I called the sheriff, but the deputy said they were swamped. Civil trespass is low priority, he said. Document everything. So I did. I checked my trail cams, security cameras, and drone, ensuring every angle was covered. My best friend, Lucas Hayes, a web designer with a knack for spotting human nonsense, laughed when I told him, "Oh, this is going to be good. Ethan, you got cameras, right?" "Lots of cameras." I nodded. "Then film it all," he said. "Don't yell. Let them walk into their own trap." He was right. This wasn't about shouting matches, it was about evidence. I posted a copy of my parcel map on the HOA's kiosk with a neon sticky note. This meadow is private. Stay off my land. A guy in a polo, Greg, swaggered up, flashing a Rolex and a smirk. "You can't post that," he said. "I'm compliance. Vanessa says this land's for everyone." I pointed to the county stamp. "Try moving it, Greg, and the sheriff moves you." He backed off but tossed over his shoulder. "See you Saturday." I smiled. "Bring glasses." "I'll bring maps." Saturday dawned bright and brutal. From my cabin's porch, binoculars in hand, I watched Pine Hollow residents spill across the creek, ignoring my 4-foot danger grizzly habitat sign. Vanessa arrived in a crisp blazer, like she was launching a yacht, and took a microphone. "Welcome to our community meadow," she chirped. I grabbed my megaphone. "Ma'am, you're on my land. This is a wildlife sanctuary. Move back across the creek." She ignored me, waving families forward. I filmed it all, the sign, the creek, the trespassers spreading blankets and firing up grills. Luna, fed early to keep her calm, dozed in her enclosure, a 12-foot steel fence and 40 feet of water between her and the crowd. Then it went sideways. A teenager's frisbee sailed over my property line. The kid, Egged on by friends. Climbed the low boundary rail, not the bare fence. Just the marker. At that moment, Luna, curious about the noise, ambled to the riverbank. Still behind her secure fence. A woman's scream lit the fuse. Panic exploded, chairs flipped. Kids were grabbed. And a mob of 30 stampeded east. Right past my sign. A boy twisted his ankle. His dad hit the HOA's padlock chain at the access lane. I sprinted down with bolt cutters, snapped the lock, and cleared the way for the ambulance. Vanessa pointed at me. He broke our lock. I pointed at the EMTs. I broke your bad idea. In the chaos, my north gate's latch already on my repair list popped under the crowd's pressure. Luna stepped into the service corridor for 67 seconds, loping to the river's edge before I hit the recall klaxon and tossed a fish lure. Luna. Home. I called. She turned, lumbered back, and I locked the gate. No contact. No chase, just panic and a faulty latch. My cameras caught it all, the sign, the crowd, Luna's brief stroll. That shot her calm behind the fence. People running hit the news. A perfect storm of fear and truth. That evening, 3 neighbors crept to my driveway. I met them with a clipboard. Office hours. I said. 1 question each. Yes. Luna has a dentist. A mom asked if Luna could escape. Only if she learns to swim upstream and crack steel. I said. 12 feet of fence. 40 feet of water. And I like my permits too much to sleep on the job. An older man mentioned Vanessa's claim. I staged it. I showed him the time-stamped footage. A teen admitted tossing the frisbee. I handed it back. Read the sign aloud. He did. Twice. At his mom's insistence. We shared a small smile. The sheriff and Dr. Sarah Lynn from Fish and Wildlife arrived, taping off the meadow. Vanessa was already there, tearfully spinning lies. His bear charged us. I showed Dr. Lynn my permits, logs, and footage. She inspected Luna's enclosure, confirming it exceeded standards. Your cousin's wrong, she told a heckler claiming bears jump fences. This is secure. She issued a minor citation for the latch, ordering a double-door Sally port and alarms. I started upgrades that day. Then Vanessa escalated. She posted a doctored video online. My voice from an old sanctuary clip twisted to sound like I said, "Get them, girl," with a fake gate clang. Comments exploded. He's a monster. Kill the bear. My phone buzzed with reporters. I called my lawyer, Mike, and Lucas. It's a splice, Lucas said, spotting the edit's flatline. We'll prove it. I sent the raw footage to Mike and Jonah Reed, a local blogger who cared about facts. This wasn't just about land, Anna Maria, it was about Luna's life. I fought back quietly. I stamped Vanessa's harassing notices, returned to sender, and mailed them back. Filming the growing stack. I launched a web series, Pine Hollow Diaries. Reading her absurd HOA minutes, like calling Luna a 10-foot snarling beast, then correcting with facts. She's 6 feet 2 inches and calm. Lucas added fact-check bubbles. I sent Vanessa a $1.400 cleanup bill for the picnic trash, notarized with a trespass fee. My trail cam supercut, set to circus music, showed residents ignoring signs, leaving beer cans and sandals. I set up a lost and found table, requiring owners to read my sign on camera. The narrative shifted. I wasn't the crazy bear guy. I was the guy Vanessa was bullying. 3 nights later, at 1 a.m., a silent alarm tripped near the north gate. My monitor showed a van and 2 figures in black, one with bolt cutters, one with a dart gun loaded with carfentanil. A lethal dose. They were here to kill Luna. My heart pounded as I called my security guy, Tom, an ex-Marine. Northgate. 2 now. I said. I launched my drone. Its thermal camera tracking them. Tom tackled the cutter as he stepped onto my land. The other fled, but my drone caught the van's plate. The deputy bagged the darts. This is a body bag, he said. For her. Maybe you. I filmed everything. My hands steady despite the rage. 2 days later, a manila envelope appeared in my mailbox. No stamp. Just my name. Inside was a USB drive and a note. She went too far. Use this. At Mike's office. We opened it on a secure laptop. It held Vanessa's HOA email, hundreds of them. One from her lawyer warned the meadow was mine. Her reply, it's old. We'll claim it by using it. Another outlined editing my voice clip. A third showed a $5. 000 transfer to the intruder's shell company. It was checkmate. At the county hearing in June 2024, Vanessa's lawyer painted me as a reckless hermit. He played her fake video. Mike countered with my raw footage. Dr. Lynn's testimony. And my meticulous logs. He showed the raid. The emails. The money trail. The room gasped as Vanessa's lies unraveled. The board dismissed her complaints. Fined the HOA. Banned her from my land. And sent her case to the DA for conspiracy and false reporting. I walked out into the Montana sun. The weight gone. Luna was safe. My grandfather's legacy held. 6 months later, snow fell, then melted into green. Vanessa was gone, house sold. Charges pending. The new HOA sent an apology and funded a viewing deck on their land, with a scope pointed at Luna's meadow. Families now come quietly, kids whispering as Luna rolls in the creek. I guide, not guard. Answering questions. What does she eat? Does she hibernate? Dr. Lynn brings students. Jonah calls it the right boundary. Tom hands out stickers. One day, a girl's squeal at seeing Luna made me smile. Her dad shook my hand. Thanks for holding the line. But the fight left scars. I'd gone to a dark place. Anger. Strategy. Confrontation to protect what's mine. Was it worth it? I don't know. I just took one step. Then another. Holding the line where safety lives. Where truth matches the map. Vanessa thought too far was a lever to pull. For me, it's where Luna breathes free. And I stand firm. Log sharp. Cameras rolling. So, what do you think? Was I right to fight dirty with truth? Or did I go too far? Should Vanessa face jail? Or was her public fall enough? Could I have stopped this without escalating? Drop your thoughts below. Let's debate it. Like, comment, and subscribe for more stories where truth fights back.